Greetings, sisters and brothers. This is Brother Harkuf at Per Neter Kemet, Temple of Divinity, or church. Church part is, church means just a gathering of people who came together to worship or otherwise pay homage to the Most High. A temple, though, is a place where people come together and learn practices like meditation, breathing, etc. Practice is what makes perfect, you know, not, or actually perfect practice make perfect, but anyway, I just wanted to talk about some of the things that I'm, as a professor, why do I take that title or that label or whatever you want to call it. But first, libation. Yeah, got me a little superpower. Been feeling weak and out and got my superpower now. All I gotta be able to do is light the match. I'm using matches, you know, poor righteous teacher. Blessed bud, be blazed. So, for the last 3 years in California, I've been posting videos, and the 2 or 3 of you that's been looking at these videos know I've been talking about the smoke and the holiness of the smoke. But basically my focus on now is the Shiro Hero Academy, or Shishat Haru Academy. And you know, again, I've just been talking about it but not really giving details on like what my part is as professor, the science of superheroism or Shiroism. Yes, there is a science, and I don't know if I created it, but I'm the one who compiled the information. Maybe there's somebody else out there, I don't know. I don't care, because they're not here helping me. So these videos are like low budget, or like no budget, you know, because there's nobody helping me with a dime. There's nobody holding the camera, there's nobody writing the script, none, me, by myself. But I do have students. I have Malcolm in LA. Poof. Yo, Malcolm. We got MC in Nevada. Yo, MC. We got my brother and Kung Fu partner out in Philly, Ben Hill Bay. Yo, Ben Hill Bay. And, you know, I have ex-students all over here in New York. And then we have my son, Q, down in Florida. Yo, Q. So, I have people that's ready to get together with me, scattered around, but we have Vince and Jenna down south with the property where the actual academy will be built. So, graphics. This is what we're about. The hemp. Not just the smoking of the Mari-HuAna, but the really the most important part is the hemp, and it's actually the male side. See, the female side is what she shot, but the male side is what provides all these different and more, all these different products from one plant. We believe, we don't believe, we know, I don't believe in nothing. We know that this is what the Bible called in Ezekiel the plant of renown. You understand? What other plant provides clothing, shelter, food, data, 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 on and on and on. 50,000 uses, they say. Fuel, oil. It is the plant that will make us self-sufficient. So at the Hero Academy, we will be training what we call Sheroes and Heroes of Hemp, champions of cannabis. Okay, yeah, it's all new. But as Sheroes and Heroes of Hemp, once we train our initiates, they will come back to their hood and teach the people self-sufficiency. This is the greatest power we have, is to be self-sufficient. When we are self-sufficient, we can be self-determinationing ourselves. And that means self-responsibility, self. So, I mean, after all these words of self, I'm like, well, our religion is selfishism. I'm going to get into that. That's going to cause a whole lot of problems. Selfishism, yeah, it's about the self right now. Self-realization, self-help, self-defense, self-healing. Everything you say is about the self. So unless you're helping yourself, you can't help nobody else. So, but that's a whole nother video. So who are we helping out? Why do we need heroes? We need heroes. You understand? When you see people old ladies being beat down in the street by the people that's supposed to be our protectors, we need heroes. We need somebody out there to stop crime. Not just to stop crime, but somebody to help the old and the sick and the homeless, Well, there's a whole group of people who like to dress up, literally dress up in their own homemade hero costumes and go out on the street night after night and literally and in reality, not in comic books and not in movies, these people, heroes, go out and do stuff for people. They don't sit around and talk about it like my people do. Talk. I am so sick of talking, and I've been doing. I ain't made no whole bunch of money doing because I don't have support. I'm trying to teach children now. I'm not worried about adults. I have a few older people that's going to work with me, but it's about the youths right now. So who are we trying to be heroes? Who are the super villains? Well, this is an old poster, one I was getting ready to sell with the auction, but I'm like, I can use this because, you know, here it go right there. There's your super villains. Who are we fighting against? People who we think have all the power in the world because they have the guns and the bombs and the rockets and they ready to blow up the whole world. Well, I know something else. I know about superpowers. And the only images we get, well, you know what, we are starting to get images of us as superheroes like Falcon and all that in the Avengers and all. I grew up reading all these Marvel comics, so I'm really connected to this. This is made for me. But what about really in reality being a hero or even a superhero? How do you do that? Well, this is the science that I've developed or compiled the information on how to become superhero. You understand? We get the images of these guys like, you know, like the Watchmen. Well, who's watching over us? While black people keep waiting for these people to help us, to give us programs and to come save us out the sky, we still sitting around waiting. So I decided, instead of just doing another martial arts school, why not create a Hero Academy, where we train people who really want to be heroes to their people. Selfish-ism, our people, me, myself, and I nation. Alright? And we have the land. We have 20 acres down south. And it's raw land, but we don't need a whole bunch of thousands and billions of dollars. We're not building like that. We want to keep it like natural, and we're going to use these. These are domes, geodesic domes, and this is part of the science of what I'm talking about, the superhero science. The dome, these particular domes, the way they're made with thousands or hundreds of thousands of triangles, which are pyramids, which focus energy in the center, da 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 da. Is science behind it. So we want to use the dome specifically, and on the other hand, as mound builders, another video, the indigenous people of this land, so-called America, we were into the building of the dome anyway, or the mounds, they called it. Alright, so let's get into, first there are 4 parts to the rites of passage, or the Hero rites of passage, which our initiates will be learning at the academy. The Shishat Haru, or Hero Academy, the first phase will be martial art. This has always been our rites of passage. The initiation for the youth is martial arts, because martial art isn't just about learning how to fight and defend yourself. Martial art teaches you inner spiritual strengths and all kind of other things that you can carry on in throughout life. Focus, focus, one of the main things that we teach as Maji. Focus. Anything you focus on is going to manifest. Alright? So martial arts teach you at a young age the physical way to focus. Because if you're not focused, you're going to get punched in the face. For real, for real. You can dance. You can be a good dancer and dance, and your mind can go somewhere else. Or you can draw and your mind is somewhere else. But if you're in the middle of a fight or even practice, and you practicing and your mind goes somewhere, you're going to get punched in the face. Straight up. Okay, second is healing. Now, a distinction I like to make is self-healing as opposed to going to a healer. Going to a healer is a little more natural because they might use natural herbs and all that stuff, but you still become dependent on a healer, and it's still based on you keep on getting sick. Just like going to a doctor. The medical system in this world is based on you getting sick. What about not getting sick? Ooh, a new concept. So we're about self-healing. If you learn to punch and make somebody bleed and break arms and all that, you have to know how to heal that thing too, on them and yourself. So that's the second part. The third part is the science of the holy herb, Mari-HuAna. The science is, if you haven't been following this stuff, then you need to catch up, because if we don't get with this, we're gonna miss out again. We missed out as a people on the whole computer thing because we're not into that. But everywhere I've been, the people I know is smoking. You understand? So we already know about the herb, but you don't know about the herb. You know about weed. It's not a weed because it don't kill. You know about the illegal drug. It's not a drug because it's not synthetically taken out of the plant, etc., etc. In this third part, you learn about the science of the holy herb, and in the fourth part, you learn how to use it spiritually. Okay, again, on all my old videos now, I'm smoking, and we've been smoking the pipe, and you know, showing how to smoke and all that type of stuff. So that part is done. I haven't really gone into how this herb makes you a super being. Now, you can be a super being without being a superhero. So our academy is about training superheroes. You understand? Not just super beings. We could be super beings and still be just doing a whole bunch of super stupidness, which we are now. We are super messed up. When everybody is like, what the hell are we going to do? We must be super messed up. And it wasn't always like that. How did we build pyramids? How did we build this country if we was always like this as a group of people? All right, so the Magu Fu, we call it, Magu alchemy or Magu high skills of using the holy herb is not really about smoking. The smoking is the recreational part, really. In the temple, we learn how to use the smoke in the 3 different religions which use the herb. First of all, in the ancient Egyptian or the Kemetic, like chemical, they burned 9 pounds a day. Whoa, wait till I get to that level. Anyway, and they let the smoke, you know, go out throughout the whole land, and everybody, you know, just breathed in the smoke and got their inspiration, da 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 da. Now, in the Bible, it's called Kana Balsam. Don't believe me, check it out, as my teacher used to say, or says. Kana Balsam was part of the holy oil, was part of the holy incense, on and on, all the spiritual things. But in the Bible, they use it to connect outside of themselves with the Most High. And the Most High, you'll find out, be like, where's my Cana? And da 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 da, make me sacrifice a Cana. And when Moses went in the Holy of Holies, how you know he was in there? Because this smoke is coming out. And then when he went up on the mountain, his burning bush was burning. He's like, oh fuck, my burning bush is burning. Well, anyway. So we learn the holy smoking arts for the purpose of bringing about our superpowers. Oh boy, here we go. Superpowers. Now again, you have some brilliant people who I've learned from looking at their videos and stuff, talking about what you're calling, what they call melanin. And then I learned from Dr. Sabi, call it copper and carbon, which is the reality of what it is. We keep taking words given to us by them, like black, giving to us by them, because when we said cam, there was no English, so it couldn't have meant black. And then people that made up the Medunetter, made up Coptic, made up you know, 3 different types of languages, just called themselves black. At the very least, my teacher, Dr. Malachi York, says supreme darkness. That gives you a whole nother, it opens up your mind to a whole nother thing. And why is that important? It is part of the superhero consciousness, if you will, because your melanin is directly connected to the nervous system, which is directly connected to the brain, which is directly connected to every thought you think. So as soon as you think a thought, it's affecting the melanin, what you call it. We call it copper and carbon. So it's not a bad thing, the cop car, when you see the cop car coming after your ass. Cop car with a K, copper, and carbon with a K. We spell it with a K like it's supposed to be pronounced. So let's get into Professor Bates' science of Shiro and Hero stuff-ism. Let me get comfortable here. Oh! Now, as professor, we are, or I am, my brother Ben Bay and I are starting, along with Perneter Kemet, Okay, bye.